The stage is set for success to realize the benefits for all Canadians from coast to coast to coast.
Our convention here is Leader. We bring together companies and individuals and government agencies, over 120 countries represented.
Well, I'm thrilled to be at PDAC again this year, and to note that it's bigger than last year. It's a very exciting place with all kinds of promise and optimism for my region of Canada.
I find PDAC is a place where we can engage the mining community.
There's more people here than in all of the territory of Labrador combined.
The PDAC actively promotes greater understanding and cooperation between Aboriginal communities and the minerals industry.
The PDAC has been, I think, leading in trying to educate our members about the best practices that are out there.
While you're meeting, that you're going to come into one mind. And that one mind is to come together for the benefit of all people around the world, especially this country of ours.
And I think that's one of the main issues that the Aboriginal people, they've been talking about. They want to be consulted.
One of the changes that I've seen is that there's been a huge awareness through the Aboriginal program, creating an awareness about, Aboriginal rights and title and the mining industry, and talking about some of our challenges and solutions and innovative approaches. I've noticed that through the Aboriginal program.
I've been around PDAC for almost 10 years, and I remember the first session, and it was a small session in a small room. And I've seen this grow in the last, just even the last couple of years.
There's a growing sophistication of the number, the quality, the scale of Aboriginal-owned businesses that are participating in the mining sector.
This is a very important networking opportunity that Inuit from Northern Canada are taking full advantage of.
I'm looking forward to the one that's coming up next. I mean, the world is here, so it's an amazing opportunity.
And there's a lot of partnerships going on, more than I can describe, and probably more than collectively the people in this room know about.
We have 4 IBAs that are in place right now with the different mining companies.
Iroquois First Nation is establishing several partnerships as a way to maximize employment and business opportunities.
I would like to see more Aboriginal people in the profession, getting into the boardrooms and so on, but or business partners as well, but at the same time we definitely need to keep our kids in school.
People have to work together, come together with the perspective of providing opportunities for young people.
We understand education and training is a big part of making this all happen, so we're working with training organizations and seeing how we can be ahead of the curve and train people for the opportunities that we're going to create.
We talk a lot in public policy about jobs without people and people without jobs. And I think that is actually the key to this obvious marriage of Aboriginal, First Nations, Inuit, Métis people, particularly their youth, and the mining industry.
Hey, if the president of the Prospectors and Developers Association is a First Nations guy, then you have a lot to be proud of, and you have a person in a leadership position that you can admire and aspire to be.
Quite honestly, from the point of view of the workforce, if people are living in the area, it's so much easier for the mining company, because the individual young man or young woman comes to work and then goes home. And they don't have to fly somebody in and hope that they're going to stay for the 3 weeks or 6 weeks that they're supposed to be there. They know they've got a stable workforce. So it's to their advantage to work in that direction as well.
I didn't know that I was going to become a geologist, but I've always loved rocks. And when I was younger, I grew up in Sioux Lookout. It's nestled in the Canadian Shield, you know, these great rocks there. And I was always the last person when we were walking around because I'd be looking at the ground and my pockets would be filled with rocks.
It's the mining sector that's going to be the forefront of the economics for our area. It only makes sense to train geologists, to train, you know, truck drivers and welders and people that are going to be required to operate these mining operations, right from the exploration stages right to the mine development to the mine operation. That's a career, that's a lifetime for some people.
We got a lot of training. We put on all these mining courses through the training, so we get them prepared to go into the mine, which is great. Like everybody in our First Nation is practically working in the mine through these courses.
I think that's the #1 thing that will make changes in the future is getting the kids educated from an early age.
We have our community meetings, we try to engage the youth, and the elders are always telling us, you know, we need more youth at these meetings.
I'm currently taking a year off so I can get out there, learn a bit more about the industry.
Marco has completed a couple of summers working for a native training program.
I reach out, I've noticed I reach out to kids and they'll listen to what I have to say and I interest kids, but it's more or less I tell them, do what you want to do. You don't have to necessarily become a miner, become a hard rock miner. You do what you want. There's so many opportunities out there. You just have to go looking for them.
$600,000 First Nations youth available for the workforce. It's a game changer.
They can take that next step and become the professionals and become the owners of the companies that go out to do the work. She's in university finishing her degree in geology, and she's planning on going on to get her master's.
I don't think it should be daunting because I've had nothing but positive experiences. So I decided to choose geology because it just made sense.
It's all about you know, building relationship and building strong relationships so that we have strong ties and we also try to understand each other.
I got a plan, and it's kind of, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? What's my needs, my immediate needs? No. Who can I partner up with? Who can I talk to? I need more capacity to learn about what's going on in this industry.
There's 122 career paths in the mining industry. There's always a place for you in the mining industry.